I'm Katie Cronin, SCC class of 2022, and welcome to This Week in SCC Sports.
2, 1, 2! Don't stop your dreaming, let yourself float upon an ocean, we can work it out.
Welcome to This Week in SCC Sports. I'm your host, the voice of the Saints, Brandon Karam, SCC class of 2020. Recently, the modified boys played Hoosick Falls at home. The Saints were led by Robbie Bolin, who went 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Ryan McCarroll, Jack Wiggin, Aiden Lambert, and Jack Vandekar each collected 2 hits and the 15-1 victory. Ryan McCarroll pitched 5 innings, registering 10 strikeouts, and Sean Murray came in to relieve and register 2 strikeouts in 2 innings. Monday, the varsity boys hosted Galway in a non-league matchup at home. Terrell Tillman had 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Caden Lurch and Caden McFadden each added 3 hits. Caden McFadden pitched 5 innings, striking out 3 batters, leading the Saints to the 8-2 victory. Here's Caden Lurch, Caden McFadden, and Coach Lambert.
It was nice to win that game, seeing how they won the WAC this year, and the WAC is a league that we just left, so it was nice to get a win over the championship from that league to prove that we needed to move into this new league.
It's just a good tune-up game to get us ready for tomorrow, whoever we face, and it's just more of a confidence booster to get us ready for sectional, so hopefully we can make a run.
Yeah, Galway's a much improved team. They came here to compete. You could see how much they've improved and how far their program's come. I was happy to see that they won a share of the league championship. That's big for their program. And it was good to be able to play against Sam Uline one more time. Probably one of the top 10 hitters I've ever coached against. And just a fantastic player.
On Wednesday, the varsity softball team traveled to Granville for first-round sectional play. In a very emotional game with thoughts of head coach Dan Massey's recent illness. Victoria Alfred pitched a complete game, striking out 11 batters. It was a slow start for the Saints offense, but it picked up in the 5th inning with key hits from Sabrina Johnson and Molly O'Reilly to help lead the Lady Saints to a 6-1 victory. Here's Victoria Alfred, Sabrina Johnson, and Coach Simpson.
I think we played awesome. We had a great defense, and hitting we finally came through, and we did great. I'm really happy about it.
I think we pulled through when we needed to. The whole bus ride here was quiet.
Everybody in it.
It was a lot for the girls to process, but as soon as we hit the dirt, everybody was loud. They made the plays they needed to make. I don't think we made all but maybe one error. We've had some bobbles. We still made the play. We hit when we needed to hit, and I'm really proud.
This is what sports is all about. We talked about family from the beginning of the year. We all know in the community we're battling something right now, and we brought the team together. They made the choice to come, and the fact that they came out, went 6-1, tough environment, tough team, is kudos to the kids. You know, everything we did was for Massey today. We had a little bit extra with us, and you know, I couldn't be more proud of this. I'm going to have 100 games in my life that I'll be coaching no matter what sport. None will be more special than this, so God bless you, Massey. We love you. Go Saints.
Thursday, the ladies faced #1 state-ranked and #1 section-seeded Greenwich in the Section 2 quarterfinals. Although the girls came up short from advancing, in a 10-1 loss, they played valiantly, and the community should be proud of their efforts. On Thursday, the varsity boys hosted Tamarack in the quarterfinal round of sectional play. In a huge day for the Saints offense, 5 players had multiple hits, including huge days from Zach Krog, who collected his 100th career hit on a 3 RBI triple, and Jake Carr, who had a grand slam in the 4th inning. The Saints picked up the victory 14-6. Here's Jake Carr, Zach Kronk, and Coach Lambert.
I think we started off a little bit slow, and we got the bats going later, and I think that as a team, we're really coming together for this, not only for Massey, but for our seniors who are going, because it's one game elimination. So I think we just want to come together as a team and just win games and do what we know we can.
You know, it was a big win, and we had a why. Our why is Mr. Massey. You know, our thoughts and our prayers are with him, and you know, we were just all out for him. We wanted that one for him, and I'm happy for this team.
Well, I think the boys had revenge on their mind, and they remember the day that they got beat to these guys. And it was really important to make a statement, and we did, and we lived to see another day.
We caught up with track and field coach Damian Fantozzi with his thoughts on last week's meets.
Well, these meets are large. They take a long time because they're kind of like invitationals. The sectionals is like an invitational. So a lot of schools, competition's going to be stiff. We have some people, I think, that have a shot at maybe even qualifying for the states. We're hoping. We'll see. We've had a good season despite the weather. The weather's been awful, except for last Wednesday when it was 90 almost. But I'm very optimistic about them. You know, we've had a great season. I enjoy working with the kids. They're a lot of fun, and they're a good group. I'll miss the 3 seniors that are leaving us. You know, we had Jackson Holland and Laura Kenny and Kristen Mayer.
Saturday, the varsity boys traveled to Gloversville to play Johnstown in the semifinal round of Section 2 play. The game was tied at 0 until the bottom of the 5th inning, when Dante Marin attempted a bunt and the throw sailed over the first baseman's head to score Connor Farrington. Jake Hart added 2 hits and an RBI, and Nick Winslow collected 2 hits in the 2-0 win. Terrell Tillman pitched a fantastic game on the mound, pitching a complete game shutout with 7 strikeouts. Terrell had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning. Here's Nick Winslow, Terrell Tillman, Coach Long, and Coach Lambert.
We didn't do that good in the first few innings, but then we pulled it together. We got some hits and rallied. Terrell pitched outstanding in the one.
It feels fantastic to go there and play at Joe Bruno again. It's gonna be a fun game.
It feels good. You know, it's a return trip from last year. We got a lot of the same personnel, so hopefully the results are a little different. We're going to practice hard, and we're going to be ready for another trip to Joe Bruno Stadium.
Well, I feel fortunate to get out of this one, and you know, Terrell did a great job on the mound, and our kids did just enough to win right here. But that was a game team, man, that we played. They came to play. They gave us everything we wanted and more.
After the break, our talk with 2-sport athlete Jake Hart.
We were above, you were standing underneath us, we were not. Yeah,
At Saratoga Central Catholic School, we pride ourselves in helping each student reach their highest potential. Saratoga Central Catholic students grades 6 through 12 prepare not only for college, but for lifelong learning. You'll see students engaged in AP courses, team sports, fine arts programs, and many clubs and activities. All students have the ability to participate in AP courses and extracurricular activities. Schedule a tour today and learn more about this great opportunity for your child. Visit us at saratogacatholic.org or call 587-7070.
Hi, I'm Maddie Roan, SCC Class of 2020. Welcome back to This Week in SCC Sports.
Welcome back to This Week in SCC Sports. This week's guest is 2-sport athlete Jake Hart. Jake, thanks for coming on the show today.
No problem. What's going on?
So your first question is, how do you think the baseball season's been going so far?
It's been real well. It's been really good. We came out this year after having lost a couple pitchers last year. That were really assets to our team. Kind of curious as to where we were going to be with that kind of situation, but we ended up pulling through pretty well, and now we're 20-2. So obviously a successful season, regardless of what happens next round.
How do you think you guys are going to play on Wednesday against Albany Academy?
I just think we got to keep our bats going where they are. I know that we're going up against a very good pitcher. He just threw a perfect game against Forestville. It's definitely going to be. I think it's going to be a pretty even matchup, but they're going to be definitely, I think, one of the better teams that we've seen this year.
Have you thought about going to college to play baseball?
It's always kind of been in the back of my mind. I think I should probably just kind of get everything else figured out before I start to think about that, but it's definitely, still there, obviously. It's still an idea.
Jake, thanks for coming on the show today.
No problem.
We'll see you next week on YouTube, so stay tuned.